Hey everyone, it is I, Jubilee, Native Soul. It is 2:22 p.m. on 5/22/21, and I'm convinced that somebody needs to hear this, so this is what I'm sharing. Otherwise, I would have just kept this to myself. But you will reach a point, if you haven't already, in your spiritual journey where you think that nothing matters. Or, you start to question, like, why are we here? Like, why do we come here? What's the point of all of this? Isn't this just like a bunch of suffering? And then we leave these bodies, and then we can choose to come back here for what? Why do I matter? What's the point of my life? What's the point of this whole life? And I just want to tell you that you are not alone. You are not alone. And sometimes I know that feeling of loneliness can be, and even hopelessness or despondency, those things can be very heavy. And it can be very hard to see through, But there is light. There is light. And there is hope. And I just want to remind you that we came here for a reason. Like, yes, we chose to come here for a reason. We want to experience this life. And there's something called the void, which people who take entheogens, or even people who take artificial psychedelics, which I've never experienced, or you can even just experience this when you are literally like meditating and just being in tune. You will come to a point where you see the reality of what the void is, and the void can be very convincing to stay in. It is just a part of this reality that is very real, that does show us that, like, life in a sense is meaningless. But from that meaningless, we get to create. We get to co-create, with the oneness. To really look at, okay, well, what can we make out of this reality? Because other than that, if you stay in that void, one can be prone to depression for a very long time. And that's not only why we came here. I believe that we came here to, yes, experience the fullness of human emotions. And, but at the same time, there is joy in this life. There is happiness. Be grateful that you get to feel, you get to taste, you get to see and hear and speak, and just really be present in this life. There's so much beauty here. There's so much, and you can learn from nature. You can learn from the trees. They pass away, right? They give up their leaves, but they continue to come back, and they continue to bloom and blossom and be beautiful. And we're all here to just learn. No one really knows anything, if you know what I'm saying. Like, we all are just here. And of course, there are things like religion that man has created in order to make sense of this multiverse that we're in. A lot of times it doesn't make sense, but just know that you do have purpose. And I personally have been in that place, where I do tend to, like, go to the void, and I'm like, well, why? Like, for real, why? Why are we here? What am I doing here specifically? And seeing my life journey play out, because, I was going to go to law school, and then I ended up not doing that. But then I was like, I'm going to go to social work, and I got interested in psychedelic therapy. But then I took a step back from that, and now I'm just getting to know thyself. And I think it's a beautiful journey. It's very tough. I feel like it's a fulfilling journey, but it has its challenges, you know. I don't know, like I said this before, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here. I'm existing, and I really have to love myself with being just pure existence. Of course, I'm productive, and I'm doing projects here and there. I'm writing a lot, but those are the things that I do. That's not who I am. Even when I'm on mushrooms and I take those, I don't see myself in those other realms as like, oh, Jubilee, the person who loves to do missions, or the person who loves to play music, and I just see me, nameless, formless, but oneness. And I hope that message somewhat helps somebody. But if not, maybe one day it will help you. But just stay encouraged, stay on the path of feeling, really just be in life, be here. And I appreciate you. Subscribe to join the tribe if you haven't already. I will see you soon. I'm about to tape this question and answer part 2. It is really warm out here. Whew. Yeah, deciding if I should wear clothes or not, but I know that I have to wear something on camera because I'm not in that other industry. And I'll leave it there. Toodles.